This is life. Chapter 6. When the Rains Come. 2 weeks after her first successful delivery, Belema's small food supply hustle was growing. More vendors were calling. Even Mama had begun setting aside a little corner of her shop for Belema's fresh produce. But in Port Harcourt, blessings often come hand in hand with trouble. It started with the rain, heavy, relentless rain that turned streets into shallow rivers. The motorbike couldn't handle the flooded roads, deliveries were late. Some produce rotted before it even reached the shops. Then came the unexpected blow. One of her biggest vendors, a friendly woman named Mrs. Belema, called her aside. "Belema, I like your vegetables, but I can't keep buying from you. A bigger supplier is offering me lower prices and free delivery." Belema forced a smile. "I understand," she whispered, though her stomach twisted. By the end of that week, she had lost to vendors. The profits she had been so proud of disappeared. Her small savings began to shrink. One rainy afternoon, she sat in Mama's shop, staring at the empty baskets. Her mother looked at her from behind the counter. "You see, this is what I was telling you," Mama said softly but firmly. "Business is not easy. You can still focus on finding a real job." Those words stung more than the loss itself. Belema wanted to argue, but the truth was she was tired. That night, she sat at her desk, pen hovering over her notepad. For the first time, the page stayed blank. The excitement that once fueled her had been replaced by a heavy doubt. Then her phone buzzed. "Tega, tomorrow. Meet me at 8 a.m. Don't ask why, just come." She didn't know it yet, but that message would be the spark for the decision that could either end her dream or take it further than she ever imagined. Chapter 7. We Move. Belema almost didn't go. The rain was still falling, the streets still wet, and her mood still heavy. But Tega's message had been firm, so at exactly 8 a.m., she met him by the roadside. "Where are we going?" she asked, clutching her umbrella. Tega grinned. "You'll see." They rode through winding streets until they reached the Women's Development Center. Inside, a small crowd was gathered, young women, notebooks in hand, listening to a woman on stage speak about youth-led agribusiness. Belema's eyes widened. This wasn't just a seminar, it was an opportunity fair. "Talk to them," Tega urged. "Tell them what you've been doing." She hesitated. Her mind whispered all the old doubts. "Your business is too small. You've already failed. They'll laugh." But then she remembered Mrs. Adasua's words. "Don't wait for permission. Start something." Her legs carried her forward before her fear could stop her. She stood before one of the organizers and explained her vision. Connecting rural farmers directly to urban buyers, cutting waste, ensuring fair prices. The woman listened, then smiled. "You're exactly the kind of person we're looking for. There's a small grant for promising ideas like yours. Apply, you have until Friday." 2 weeks later, Belema stood in the same kitchen where Mama had once told her to quit. This time, she was holding an official letter, approval for a starter grant. Enough to buy a second-hand delivery tricycle, storage crates, and pay for basic branding. Mama read the letter twice. She didn't speak for a moment, then quietly said, "Belema, I am proud of you." Those words meant more than the grant itself. Months later, the sight of Belema's fresh produce painted on the side of her delivery tricycle made her chest swell. She wasn't rich yet, she still faced challenges. But she had built something real, something that was hers, and she knew now that life wasn't about waiting for the perfect conditions. It was about moving forward, one shaky step at a time. Belema looked out at the busy street, her delivery boys loading baskets into the tricycle. The world felt wide, alive, and full of possibilities. She smiled and whispered the words that had carried her through. "We move."